fishing. Go figure. Heading out, skipping the first part of the river where there'll be a ton of fishermen. And I'm gonna go hit the best part of the river downstream where there's not as many people. I gotta climb down this hill here, which is always a little sketchy. I think I'm gonna slide down, although I don't wanna ruin my waders, but just get on my butt and just slide. Oh, bumpy. Yeah, it's not so bad. You can easily hurt yourself going down in this little area I call the Enchanted Forest. Beautiful area here. I will bump into a few fishermen at the first start of the river. I already see people there. It's the problem with the weekend and a nice day. The sun's out, 75 degrees. So there will be people and there are salmon. So I'm gonna get away from the people, go farther downriver where nobody is, mile and a half downstream. I'm gonna have a ball. That's what I do. All by myself, except with these people, spectators right here. They're just looking at the fish. We'll show them. We're gonna give them a show. Boom. Oh, no, I didn't video, but right there, I just walked up, bunch of fish. My first spot, I took a shortcut, came right to this location, knowing that it's likely probably gonna be some fishing here. And there is. There's a couple males and a real fresh female. I'm gonna try to get the fresh female because she's gonna fight like a beast. And then I'm gonna try to go after one of these males. There's the female right there. You can't really see her. She's right down in there. Beautiful big fish, big 25-pound female. I'm gonna go after her. Here we go. And there she is, right in the mouth. I don't want her to go crazy. I don't want her to die. But look at the size of that big hog. Big, huge female. And a great white. Look at that thing. Pretty, silver, fresh. I'll let her go and she'll go right back out in the bed. I accidentally hooked this fish. I was casting after another one. He's a nice big fish. I'm gonna get him off here, but let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. He's gonna start pulling. He don't even know he's hooked. Oh! He's gonna come right at me. Big fish, big fish. Man, I had another real nice male right there. I knew I could have hooked him in the mouth. I don't know where they went. Get this one off here. It didn't give me a hell of a fight. It won't fall. Big male. I'm trying to get him off my line without getting all splashed out, falling in the river. Big fish. Come on. He's not that beat up. He's been fighting. That white is from being bitten by other fish. Let me get him off here. Foul hooked or legally hooked. Oh, if you want. I was going after another fish. Hook this guy. Don't give up. Alright, this 22-pound male. Big nasty teeth mouth on him. I'm gonna unhook him. He's got some fight in him still. Get him off of here so he can live. Oh, get this freaking screamer on. I don't know what happened. Unbelievable. The video blanked out for some bullshit. Typical. Dude, she's way down there. This is a huge fish. She went berserk. She's coming back. She's coming back. She bit it too, right in the mouth. She's got me wrapped up. I'm gonna have to go after it. She got me wrapped up in a bunch of crap. There's the big fish. She goes. Oh, she got me wrapped up in all them twigs and branches and crap. Typical. She's out. She's out. This fish went berserk. I didn't have the GoPro, of course, and I started taking a video. And that's a big fish. Huge. That's a 33-pound female hen. That is a big, fresh monster. That's the biggest one of the year. Biggest fish of the year. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, I want to let her go. Jeez, oh Pete, that's a huge, huge fish. I mean, that is one of the biggest. That's a 35, 37 pound, pushing 40 pound female. I just gotta get. I mean, look how thick she is. Holy crap. That fish is pushing 40 pounds. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Huge hen. I just want to get a picture of her. Huge. Jeez, oh Pete, it's hot. I'm sweating my balls off. Beautiful, man. It's like 75 degrees. It's crazy. There's some little kids I ran into, and they're on the river, and I'm going to give them this stretch of river to themselves. They remind me of me and my friends at their age. Don't even have waders, have little bass rods. You know, but the one kid is pretty good. The kid actually reminds me of me. It's pretty good. I saw him catch one the other day. We helped him. I grabbed it, or Doug grabbed it for him, which is pretty cool. He got one today, sad, so who knows what he's doing. He's freaking ripping them, but snagging them. But I don't know, I'm not mad at him. I did the same thing at his age. Essentially, I'm doing the same thing now, but legally. It was a legal rig, and I tried to hook him in the mouth. If I hook him, I let them all go anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I'm not intentionally snagging them. I actually snag a lot of fish by accident. Most. I'm literally trying to floss it into their mouth. I hook them in the mouth anywhere in the front and face. It's legal. So I'm not like casting, ripping. I just reel it and hook them. But anyways, I thought it was cool to let the kids have the river. Here you can have this stretch of river. It's all you, man. I give them like a half a mile river. You know, because I got waders. They don't. I can blow through the whole freaking river and blow up everything, catch everything, scare everything, spook everything, and just blow it out. I figure I'll leave them a half mile of river they can play, run around. I'll go down another half mile and pick up where I left off. I haven't landed one today, but I had a bunch on. A couple good fights. One broke my line. It was fun. We're just having fun. All right, doing what I do. It's beautiful fall. Colors are changing. Quiet. It's warm. It's too warm. I prefer it. It was a little cooler, man, back in the 60s. Because you're working a lot. You're climbing up and down these riverbanks. And it's exhausting. And when it's 75, 80 degrees and you got waders on, I see one down there. You got waders on, it's like it holds the heat in and you start sweating your balls off. Literally. But this hole right here, I had my nemesis, Moby Dick. Never did catch him. I hooked the fish here one time, almost a couple of huge 35-pound male. Hooked them. I had it on a GoPro. I was playing with the GoPro while I was fighting. My cousin's like, forget the GoPro, man, fight. And I ended up getting off. And then for like 2 weeks, I tried to get this fish. Couldn't get him. He just sat under these logs all the time. And finally, I know it was him. I know what he looked like, scar-wise and stuff. And then, over 2 weeks, I watched him age. You know, he started off real fresh and silver, and then he got kind of skunkier, and he had this mark there and that mark there. So I knew who he was. And actually, this is the tree where he was under. I couldn't get him off from under that tree, man. He stuck right in there. I was able to hook him one time. Then he came out, was fighting another male. And, down that, bro, you get killed out there. And anyways, a couple weeks later, I did hook him on again, like 2 or 3 times. In this hole down here, he kind of fell downstream and got off every time. I almost had him a couple times. And anyways, I come back with my wife. Basically, the season's over now. And we're just going for a walk down here just to see, you know, if there are any fish left. But it's basically the season's over. I see some kid. He snagged it with a spoon. He goes, "You want this fish?" I said, "Yeah, I do." I cut his head off and nailed it to my tree. He said, I did, in my backyard where I used to live. Big, huge monster hook jaw net mouth with all these freaking teeth. And I said, "Yeah, man, even when you get away, you don't get away." From the gunner. And that thing was up there for like 2 years. There's one there. There's fish right there. Let's go after him. I'm out. I'm gonna pause for a second and look around. It's so beautiful. Just hooked a monster and it ripped. I mean, it was a fighter, fresh fish. Got off, no big deal. Not that many fish left. I think people have fished in here and a few other people. It doesn't take much to spook them all out, or catch them. There's not that many fish. It's the river that doesn't have a big run. It's not a natural run. It's not a spawner. These are lost fish that had been lost and just ended up the wrong creek because their spawn won't survive in here because the water's too warm. It's all lake runoff. It's all rain that fills into lakes and then pours into this. So it's not spring-fed cold water, so the spawn won't survive. So it's not the run. So there's a few fish get lost, come up here, and I find them. But it's not really fished very heavily because there's not that many fish and you got to work really hard. I'm pretty good at it, so I do good. It's only 20 minutes from my house, but look how beautiful it is. This is like that big slope up there, like a cliff. The river kind of cuts through like a little mini mountain. There's a bend right here. I've caught a lot of fish right here. I've had some great, just epic battles in this stretch of river here. Oh, there's a big one right there, right in front of me, right there. A couple of them actually. I'm gonna go after them. But it's just beautiful being out here, man. Beautiful, just being out here in the woods, on the river. Look how peaceful and quiet it is. Look at that chipmunk over there. That's a big fish right there. Big fish. Where's she going? Oh, she's sloping over there. I should have tried to get her when I could have. But it's just a beautiful place. Tranquil, beautiful, quiet. All alone. There were some kids back there that I ran into, and I basically gave them the river. So this part of the river is all you. I'll go downstream, So there we go. And there she comes up. She's coming up river right there. I'm gonna go after her. Oh, she sees me. She saw me. Oh, spooked her. Anyways, just wanted to show you how beautiful it is, man. Yeah, let that breeze kick up. It's freaking hot. I'm dying here. This should have some good stretch of rivers ahead of me. About another half a mile is the best river. So at least, we're about a mile back in the woods. So a lot of people don't venture this far back. It's quite a hike up and down hills and cliffs. And anyways, I'm having a good old time all by myself. Although I would love to have somebody here with me. My wife preferably, but if not her, a friend. Basically anyone, so I can share this with them. So I can just say, look around, dude. Look at that. It's so beautiful. This is God's country. This is where human beings should be. Connecting with nature and God, just enjoying life. Not on YouTube all day, not on Facebook and Instagram, not on TikTok, not on social media or the media, news or whatever, lamenting over politics and who's running the country. We're all getting dicked. We know that. So stop complaining and just go out and live your freaking life. Unless you're gonna run for office and be a politician and change things. Good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? Once you get in that position, they're gonna bribe, blackmail, and screw you till you're one of them, and that's just it. So get out here, enjoy life, live to the fullest, have some fun, save a little money, retire early, get back out here and have fun, then die. That's it. That's life. God bless. That's my PSA of the day. Get out here and have some fun. That's what I'm talking about. I guess if you don't do 13 years in prison, you don't have a special appreciation for this. But a lot of people are in their own prisons, man. And they get out here and they're like, oh my goodness, this is awesome. I love it. And then it changes their life. They start doing these things and they're suddenly happy. So God bless. I got a coho here. I was way out there. I had to make a perfect cast. I said, if I make a perfect cast, I can get this fish. And I got him. Beautiful little red coho. This is like the trophy of the season right here. Look at this thing. Look how cool this thing is, man. Wow. Pretty little. Is that a pink salmon or that's a coho? It's a little red coho salmon. And I threw it out there. Look at that, that's a nice fish right there. I threw it out there, and sure enough, I hooked this perfect cast. Set it down right on the side of it. What a perfect little pretty fish. This would be a good one to eat. I just wonder if that's a steelhead. I don't know what that is. Is it a coho? It's foul hook, so I gotta let it go. Look at how cool that. Look at the pretty, the colors. How red it is. Oh, that's pretty. I'm gonna get a picture of it and then let it go. It's a male. He was spawning with a king salmon. So I don't know what the hell this thing is, to be honest with you. It could be a steelhead. Could be a pink salmon, but pretty sure it's a coho. Just a little female coho. Sometimes you get a little male coho. Sometimes you get really red like this. Wow. Pretty, man. Let him go. What a great cast that little guy. Get him in the light. It's a little fish. All right, buddy. Let's get a picture of you, and we'll let you go. Good little fighter. Fish only weighs 5 pounds. Like that. Get him back in there. We out. Okay, this is the thing dreams are made of. If you look out there, there's 2 huge males. They're going back and forth, back and forth. If they stay there, I'll get one of them. 2 huge males. One's right there. The other one's back a little bit. Going back and forth. There he is, right there. Giants. That's who I'm after. Let's see if I can get him. Fish on. He jumped. Trying to get the camera going. Oh, hook. She's in the hole. I just cast it in the hole. Got them logs. Well, I wanted to go downstream because there's almost other fish down there. Spook them. Big fish. Big female. There's a couple giant males up there. They're super spooky. I couldn't get one. Didn't even mean to hook this fish. There's a hole right there. I cast it in that hole knowing there's probably a fish in there. Big female, big female. Let's get her off the line so she can go back to spawning. Big 25-pound hen. Big female, big fish. Let's get her off. Walk her down the line. Been in here a minute spawning. All this is bed. Come on, honey. We'll get you off. We're in for a fight. He's wrapped me up. Big fish. He might stay right here and fight. Oh! Get out of the mugs. Come on. Broke the line. Rubbed on the log. Smoking a J. Hooked a big hog. All these logs, he rubbed on it, snapped the line. That's what happens. Gotta get another one. Tailwalker. Hooked and went crazy, jump, flip. This fish foul hooked itself. Like they usually do. He went nuts. Nice fish. Went nuts. Was screaming upstream, jumping. Put him in this hole and let him go. With my split shot. Man, that was a good fight. I wish I could have had a GoPro on this guy. He was jumping and flipping. I can't even believe I landed him. Nice male, probably 15-pound male, not huge. But nice fish, fresh. Get him in so I can let him go. It's crazy when you hook him like this, accidentally. And when you hook them in the tail, it just there's so much like head shaking, you know, the camera is just going. We'll get them off the line. Another one down. Oh, pretty fish. Clean, clean. There's my rod. Just trying to get a look at him. There's some mad fish. I don't want to wear them out too much. I just want to look at them. Can't get that close to them because they're crazy. Splash the camera. All right, let's get them off. Get them off the line. I'm going to lay them on the side. Get them off here. We got to get them off here. Now, as you know, I'm not a big partaker in the weed thing. I smoke weed once in a while. Not a lot, but occasionally. Right setting, right time, right place. And I've just been fishing all day, 3-4 hours. Caught about 5-6 fish, lost about 20. Had some monsters break off. And I'm like, you know what? I brought a half a junk. That's it. A couple little roach. So I'm gonna take a couple hits of this roach. You hear the fish? I hear fish. It started raining, which actually kind of felt good because it was very warm. So now, Gunner's going to partake of the marijuana. It's legal in Michigan, so it's not like I'm breaking the law. I might have got a little wet because I dropped it on the ground and it's wet. It's such a beautiful setting. That's the thing, man. To me, that's when it's a special occasion. You're out here in the wilderness, maybe with a friend, maybe with your wife, maybe by yourself. And it's such a beautiful setting. I'm gonna splurge and hit a joint a couple times. This was grown by my friend Albert, the guy I was in prison with. It's good weed. I like it because it's not too strong, but it's good mellow buzz. I do got a couple of pens, guys. My boy gave me. He's a delivery dispensary. Dr. Green, look him up in Detroit. It's hard hitting because it got wet. That's it. Take a couple hits and have a nice walk back. I'll try to cherry pick a couple of fish if I see. I'm only after monsters right now. I'm only after big males. Hell, the ash. That's some bull crap there. Ash went right in. Bit into my lung. It's going to be great for my workout. That's horrible. Ingest it via lung. It's kind of damp. We're going to get it done though. Nope. That's about it. I think that's about all I can get out of this thing. It's kind of wet. The roach is kind of gooey. It's done. So, partaking of marijuana. Let me show you around my setting here. Salmon all up and down the river. I can catch them all day long. Little ones, smaller ones, and none of them are little except a few. But it's beautiful. There's salmon right up in that bed there. There was a couple of huge males. At this point in the season, I've caught 40, 45 fish and released them all. But I'm only targeting large males, big males. Maybe a big female. If there's a big, giant female, I got one yesterday, huge, that one I got a video of. Because they're going to put up such a good fight. If they're fresh and huge, but if they're a little beat up, and I leave the females alone, I don't even look at them. If the male is fresh, if he's a clean fish, even if he's 12 pounds, I'll go after him because he's going to put up a fight. But there's some giant males in here. Haven't been able to land one today. I had a couple on, they broke my line. That's how strong they were. I know they rubbed against a log or something and it frayed my line. My line's 3 years old, spider wire. It gets weaker as it gets old too. So, you know, but I got my drag cranked down to like 30 pounds of resistance, and they're just screaming drag. Just gives you an idea how big and fresh these were. But did land a couple nights. I got a beautiful coho. I don't know if it's going to be in this video, but I caught a beautiful coho. That was pretty cool. Like one of the highlights of my salmon season. Caught two or three last year, but not as red as that one. I like it when they're all red like that. It's real cool. And that's rare. Anyways, I'm high, I'm cracked. It's Friday, I ain't got no job. Get me some salmon. I'm out. I'll tell you something. It's rare that I get this tired from fishing. It just goes to tell you that I was working hard, getting it in. Basically walked the whole fishable stretch of river, about 2 miles each way. Duck. Oh, what's that? And got like 5. And a coho, cool little coho that you probably saw by now if I put it in this video. And then I smoked a J. And I left. It's funny, I just ran into this little millennial kid. You know, not a bad looking kid, but you can tell he's a millennial. You know, they all sound effeminate to me. Or whatever, Generation Z, or whatever the frick they are, man. The non-binary generation. I He's got a big old fly rod and got 15-pound test. I'm like, yeah, you can probably land with him with that. He's like, oh yeah, you can, yeah. He's got to play him. I'm like, dude, it's 15-pound test. What can you do? He's like, yeah. I'm like, how many you caught? None. He says none. I'm like, yeah, I've caught 40 this year. 40-pound spider warrior. You're not going to catch him with 15-pound test. Unless it's a little one. You get lucky and get him in a hole, but that big one, who cares? Who wants to catch a little one? That may be fun on a fly rod, I get it, but, you know, so he can catch a little 10, 12-pounder. The fly rod, maybe, as long as it's a older fish that doesn't decide to go downstream or under a bunch of logs and crap. Possible, but unlikely. I think it's funny, man. Little kids, they know it all, you know. Some millennial kid with 2 fly rods, carrying 2 fly rods out here. You know how hard it is to carry 1 fly rod? It's a pain in the ass. He's got 2. How many fish you got? 0. Go figure. And it would definitely be fun to catch them on a fly rod because your drag is your hand. You hand drag it, and that's cool. And you know, you got a 15-foot rod or something, some 12-foot rod or some huge, long, skinny rod. And the fish run, you can give, you know, you can muscle them, but it's cool. The rod bends in half, but I don't know. I like to catch them. I like to feel victory. So that's my thing. I hook a freaking fish. I want to feel victory over that mother. I want to say, I got your ass, and then let him go because I can. That's how I roll. Pull him, get him in, let him go. But if he gets off, I feel a sense of dissatisfaction. Be it he breaks the line. I had 2 nice fish break the line today. It happens. He wrapped around the log and it like frayed the line. This is a little overlook area. Sometimes you can see him in there. A little bench here. It's pretty nice. I was going to stop and get the sand out of my boot, but I'm just lazy effort. I only got about another mile to walk. I can survive. I'm like Gloria Gaynor. I will survive. It's Sunday, so I just bumped into some other kids, like Generation Y kids, and they had like a mattress or some crap laid out, in a little hidden nook by the river. I mean, it's nice out. It's like 65 degrees right now, but the sun's coming back out. I'm soaking wet because it rained, but just, it's funny. I'm sure it was just some horny kid. He's like, hey, let's bring this mattress out there and go lay by the river and talk, or whatever. And first thing as they get there, he's going to start pounding it, and then I come walking up. I wait there, like, oh, what's up, guys? And they're like, nothing. I think they got their little freaking sex tent made over there. It's funny. All right, man, I'm gonna keep walking the trail about another mile. I'm gonna see if I see any salmon on the way and see if I can cherry pick 1 or 2 on the way out. That's usually how I do it. And I'm out.